on Twitch.
Fixing it on Twitch.
We are live on YouTube and
live on YouTube.
Live.
we are
Live. La 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 la.
it's trying. Facebook is trying.
God damn it, Facebook.
I forget that Facebook does this. Nope. Why did it do that?
TwitchCon so badly.
I know.
Like literally being on Twitch right now, just seeing TwitchCon tickets on sale now. I'm like, fuck.
Why is this happening?
It says we're offline.
Go to the dashboard.
Okay. Going to dashboard. I said a bang bang into your heart. I thought of something that is known to school. I say you know and now you never play. Yeah.
Why did I pick a group of people that want to sing all the time? That's like, it was my mistake.
It was your mistake.
Look, I don't know why you're not singing. This is
I hate it, man. I'm not into it.
how do you not
I'm
sing?
not into it.
You know,
You
like
are a
music.
musician.
I love music. I hate listening to you guys
Yeah.
sing. That's the problem. I love
We're
music so
amazing.
much that I don't
It
want to listen to
hurts
you
me.
guys.
Look, we do the best
Like
renditions.
the second we leave, he's in the corner with some headphones, just get it out. Get it out.
It hurts.
I have to listen to good music.
Someone save me.
Somebody
Somebody
save
save me. I can't. I really want to watch, what's it called? Smallville right now.
Come on, what are we live on? We're live on Twitch.
Live on Twitch.
We're live on YouTube. And we are live on Facebook.
As of right now?
As of right now.
Oh, it's real.
Damn.
It's real.
All right, I got my notification. Hi, everybody. Welcome to Circuit Board episode 5. Some might say it's episode 3.758, but we're not going to go that way.
Look,
Nope.
it should be. I'm just saying, when one person's missing, we should have named it 3.75. for the
I'm
last
Scott.
One. Okay. Goddamn.
I'm Dylan.
I'm Bon, and I'm right.
And
Yeah.
Kendra's missing this week. She is on vacation doing some stuff in Florida. She's doing some stand-up, actually. So if you are aware of her on Facebook, she's been posting about her shows. She has one tonight, February 2nd, in Florida somewhere.
Isn't she
Somewhere.
doing some stand-up in Texas as well?
I am not, maybe on the way back.
I think she did. I'm not
Did
sure.
she already?
I thought I saw a picture.
Well, I saw her hanging out with an old friend, like midway on her way to Florida.
I think that's why she did stand up there. It's because she had a friend there. So
Ah,
she stopped there,
okay.
did the show, and then that's like went back to the drive.
One of my
Okay.
favorite, most interesting facts about U.S. Geography, and I'm not entirely sure if this is true, but I've
Buckle
been
up,
told
kids.
a couple times, is that if you start driving from the east coast of Texas and you're trying to get to the west coast, you're trying to get to the Pacific Ocean,
Okay.
and you make a beeline there, the halfway point is still Texas.
Oh, that's fucked up.
That's fucked up, right?
There's so much wrong
If
with
you
that.
start with Texas, the very edge of Texas, and you go through Texas, yeah, there's
That's-
too much of it.
Too much
mean.
Texas.
This is terrible. It should be its own country. It thinks it is.
Secede.
And I'm not going to be one
Two
of
more
those
times. Two more times.
fucking Texas, meh. But there's too much of you. Can we at
There's way
least
too
agree
much.
on that? There's
There's
too
way
much
too
of you,
much.
Texas. It's like the more to love state or
Like,
something.
I want to
don't
move
like
to
it.
Austin so badly, but it's so far into Texas that I'm like, holy shit, that's such a drive.
You're
I
surrounded
don't
by
want to.
Texas.
Yeah, I can't. It's too much desert.
Yeah,
It's way too much. I just can't deal with that.
that's a lot of Texas to deal with. I lived in Las Cruces for a while, and so El Paso was literally just a hop, skip, and a jump away.
2 hours away.
Yeah, but maybe about from us to Santa Fe, actually.
That's so
Las-
ridiculous.
And yeah, El Paso was the big. Yeah, it was the big city. That's the one that had 2 malls and an Olive Garden.
One of my
Now, Las Cruces has been doing well for itself. It has an Olive Garden.
Can you do the what city did you say before Las Cruces?
El Paso.
Can you do the El Paso, Texas Olive Garden commercial?
Hi, everybody. Welcome to El Paso and its beautiful Olive Garden. Do you like bread? Do you like salad? Do you like soups? How about noodles? We got all that shit. Oh, wait, did I say I'm sorry. Oh, man. You know what? We got all this wonderful. We don't have actual olives, but we have paintings of them on the wall, as is judged by corporate, and we are following those guidelines.
Is that because somebody's a little bit, I don't know.
Good job. Bob.
My brain literally went blank so hard.
Way
That does
to
not happen.
stop that one in the middle of its tracks.
Was I at least doing well?
Yes,
Okay.
yes. I pimped you out and you fucking killed
I'm
it.
so
So.
sorry. I blanked out so hard. I could not figure out allergies to save my life.
Yeah, what was that? What just happened?
He doesn't know what's coming out of his mouth, if it's a sneeze or a cough.
This is a bad day. I don't think I should be up right now. I don't know what it is. I've lost all weight.
I earlier today I went to Chipotle, not to brag.
Oh, that's a good
Ooh.
place.
Yeah. And you know how they are super friendly behind the glass there. They're talking
They
to
are.
you. They're like, hey, I like chicken too, or whatever. And they always like to comment on my shirts. And I'm wearing my They Might Be Giants Glean shirt. It's from their most recent album.
Found out about that band from my high school physics teacher.
It sounds about right.
Weird. Huh?
What? It sounds
Yeah,
about
really.
right.
He would blast it at the front of the class. It was interesting. But anyway.
So the girl at the cash register was asking me, so what does glean mean? And glean is a word. Like, it's not a made-up word. It has a definition. But I had just woken up like 30 minutes prior to that, and it was just like the first decision of my day was to go get Chipotle. And then she's asking me what words mean, and and none of those words were chicken, guac, tortilla, or burrito. And I was just like, I don't fucking. Well, I didn't say fucking, but I was just like,
Jeez.
Some anger.
it's like I don't really know. It's just the name of an album. Please give me my purchases, and then I left. And she was still bubbly about it because so is the Chipotle way, where they got to be bubbly and
They
nice.
just had a giant breach in security and
Yeah.
a shit
Yeah,
ton
yeah.
of their shit ton of information
Can I
was
use
stolen.
my card or my cash? I think I used my card.
I hope you used cash.
No, I did not, Bon. I did not use.
Well,
Yes.
it was like a month ago though,
It-
and I think it was
Oh, yeah.
specifically Bank of America,
Oh, okay.
if I'm not mistaken.
So if
I
you
don't know.
used Bank of America at Chipotle, that would.
I checked my account. I'm fine.
Yeah.
I used it like the day it happened.
I'm fine.
Oh,
yeah.
man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
okay.
It is what it is.
I'll keep that in mind.
Anyways, how was it like with me gone and you guys?
Oh, it was blissful. I mean,
It
terrible.
was the best.
It was
the best.
terrible.
So if
I
you could
cried
trade me in
inside.
for Kendra, that's the
Yeah, we're doing another 3-man podcast.
3-man.
And,
Before it was a 2-man.
2-man,
woman.
1 woman.
Man, one woman podcast.
Maybe we could do that again. No,
that.
no, this was no.
I
It,
just
it
wear my
was
Switch
ponytail
back
to
now.
this,
it was interesting to have the time off because we've been doing this
Pretty nonstop, yeah.
nonstop for now over a month,
Mm-hmm,
and so to have like a night, and we still got together. We filmed our little separate pieces. We did do a complete episode of Circuit Board that week, audio only, and it was nice. I don't like not having the complete unit together. I'll say that much. I've gotten used to you people. And
What do you mean, you people?
exactly what you think I mean there, Joe.
Okay. All right.
No, yeah,
works.
And so when there's like one less person, it's like when the Ninja Turtles had to like rescue Leonardo. It's like, they're not at full force.
Yeah. Oh, I know what you mean. Yeah.
Very much throws off the groove.
Yeah. So I am going. I mean, it's good that we all have vacations. We take time off, but I like it when the unit, because we're a unit now. When we're together,
We are.
I like it.
Bond, do you like TMNT? Teenage
TMNT.
Mutant Ninja Turtles? No, you don't know. You don't like it because you didn't know what that acronym meant.
No, I know what it is. I like Leonardo.
Do you know?
No,
Okay,
you-
so if we all were, there's
Ooh.
4 ninjas.
Which
4
turtles are we? Are we doing
and there's-
that?
Yeah.
Which one's the most
There's
useless
4
one?
of us. The most useless is okay. So I got to redo this. Let's just like talk him out. Michelangelo is orange and he's the funny one.
He's the funny one. He's the party dude.
He's the party dude.
Yeah.
Raphael is the red one and he's the serious one.
Angry one.
Yeah, he's
Seriously.
always pissed off.
Yeah.
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 Then we have
Leonardo
Leonardo
is the leader.
the
He's
leader, blue one.
blue one.
He's always got his head on straight.
Yeah, he's trying to
Really
keep everyone
thinks
in
about stuff.
line
Keep everybody
because
together. Yeah.
the previous two turtles we've described so far are like wild cards.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah,
like,
yeah, yeah.
Raphael will just be like, "Fuck this," and he'll leave the sewer, and Leonardo's like, "Let him go."
He'll be back. He'll be back.
And then the fourth one,
Donatello.
he is the brains.
He makes he's their mechanic. He
the
makes
gadget guy.
gadgets.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's super smart. Purple. Yeah.
So who is who?
I definitely think that you are the leader. You
I'm,
are
I'm
Leonardo.
blue.
Yeah.
He's boring.
Nobody wants to be Leonardo. That's the thing. Yeah.
Well, I understand
I like
the
Leonardo.
yeah, no, they're all great. Honestly, I do
Yeah.
love them all.
They're
Yeah.
all awesome.
It's just hard when you have to. Okay, fine. If I'm the leader, I'll take. I'll take
This
'em.
this is I think out of everyone, this was your brainchild.
This was my brainchild. I will
So
agree
it makes
to
sense.
this. Yes.
You could be more like the Splinter. No, we're not going into that. We're not.
I'd
too
say
much now.
I'd say Scott's the Michelangelo.
Really?
You God,
know-
that fiasco
I
day,
know the-
I lost my shit.
Oh
You
my
were
God.
so funny.
You were the best part of that.
that was great.
That was a great time. That was
and
really
I know that
fun.
you had fun.
Yeah.
And then you even said that's some of the best improv you've ever done.
Yeah, and Will was talking it at the end of the show how the game gives you enough structure to where you don't have to worry about stuff that you usually do worry
Who, what,
about in
when, where,
improv.
why.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so you can just focus on the character and what they're doing, and it was really it was
It was a great experience.
a
yeah,
blast to watch.
I loved that.
Yeah.
Um,
and
I think I know the least tech stuff
probably
compared to all
do
the,
know the
right,
least tech
compared
stuff,
to
yeah.
all like the video stuff and everything and the
Right.
streaming. I'm getting there,
which
but,
is
you know.
odd to me because you have like maybe the biggest background in all of it, except for Bond probably.
Well, that's
yeah.
well,
Right.
In comparison, you work in like studios that were
Yes,
very heavy.
multiple studios
But,
for the last decade.
But
Yeah.
all I do in my current studio is point a camera.
Okay, yeah,
like
yeah.
so framing and like moving a camera
Right.
across a room.
you have one job.
yeah,
Yeah, got
or
it.
like turning a knob on a teleprompter.
Okay.
and there is a skill to that.
What's the
But
knob for?
It changes the speed.
Oh,
that
got
you-
it.
that
Got
you
it.
get
and you
for
can
tilts.
reverse it if
Yeah.
if like they messed up. And
Oh,
you go
got it.
back.
Got it. Right.
Right. And you can speed up and go to a specific spot. So yeah, the knob controls the speed and the direction. But then so I'm pointing cameras now. People in the booth, the actual tech booth, they're the ones that are, ready camera 2, take camera 2,
Right.
audio levels, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
Which I'll possibly like shadow some people eventually, and so I can cross
Take part
train
in
on
that.
some things. Yeah.
So Leonardo's blue, right?
Leonardo.
So would you be
Leonardo
the
is blue.
Leonardo?
I mean, if no one else wants to be Leonardo,
I
who's the
feel
most
like
wait, then
plain
you
one?
you know tech.
I know tech. Yeah.
Probably more than most of us.
So he would be the Donatello.
I'm sorry, Donatello.
Donatello.
He's blue. I always get it.
So Kendra would be Raphael, which makes
Yeah,
Which
that
kinda
makes-
does
that
make
completely
sense.
makes sense. That 100%. She's the angriest. She's a spitball. Like she's the fire out of all.
She's
of
the
us.
fire.
Yeah.
She's the fire of us.
True that. Yeah, she'll storm off, and we'll just be like, "Let her go. Let her. She'll be back."
I'll say let her go. That's my job.
I'll be like, "No, Kendra, don't go. No.
Yeah, I'll
This
be
pizza's
like,
gonna get cold.
I'm gonna go back to working on this. I'll be back in the air.
That's good.
Go
All
work
right.
with your gadgets."
And we have 2 shares. Oh, Justin says, "Was
Uh,
that just a
Justin Laird from YouTube.
Yeah,
good
yeah.
friend.
Is that Laird? Yeah.
I think so. I'm
Okay.
not sure. Says Coca-Cola plug by Pawn. Yeah. Always. Oh, it is completely towards the camera by accident. I'm proud. Thank you, Scott. Doing the
We mentioned Fiasco,
Sponsor.
and we have some good news about that one.
Yeah. So that was Tuesday night, correct?
That
Yeah.
was Tuesday
Of
night.
this week.
And I ended up, we played Fist City, and that's the play set. So Fiasco is a role-playing game where you, the rules are, there's an outline of rules, which is the Fiasco book, and then there is play sets, which sets the setting and the tone.
yeah
And we played Fist City, which was a martial arts
based one
based one,
that
and
we turned into a movie.
I can't remember the guy who made it. What was his name? Michael.
I can't remember either.
Yeah.
I'm
But
gonna
anyways, I talked to him on Facebook, and he was really excited that we played his play set, and he was super nice. And
That's so awesome.
Yeah, we might be able to collaborate with him more in the future because he's done other role-playing games outside of Fiasco that we might be able to
That is
to
so
play
cool.
through. Yeah, so that would be really fun. And then also, Bully Pulpit, which is the company that distributes Fiasco, tweeted our tweeted our game, which was super cool. I'm really
Very
excited
nice.
about
Thank you so
that.
much, guys.
So
That is
now we
super
have
awesome.
to start like hashtagging Fantasy Flight and whatever else we play.
Yeah.
Right.
Wizards of
Yeah.
the Coast, they're not going
Like,
to.
that's they
tweet-
have so
retweet our
many.
stuff.
Yeah, it's like
They have
after
enough.
they have Critical Role, their own show, the freaking Penny Arcade, all of them.
I know,
Yeah.
I know. It's pretty amazing, but it was still good news.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, and it's really cool that somebody that made the thing we were playing
It was like,
knows
hey.
about it. Like, yeah, and is cool about us doing the game, and
So awesome.
Yeah, that's really cool. I don't really know the world of game creation and tabletop game creation, and like what kind of community that is, if it's widespread or if it's just a bunch of DIY people. But obviously, they're big companies.
It's
Small-
Are you talking about board game makers in general, or
Well, yeah, and like, in the games we've been playing, like we're not playing Monopoly or
Right.
Risk or whatever. We're playing, I guess, smaller tiered. Is that?
let's see,
safe
what
to
if we
say?
played like through Ludum? So we played Cosmic Encounters. That's a big game.
That's
It's
a
been
really
around
big
for like
game,
30
yeah.
years. And it's published by Fantasy Flight out of Minnesota. It's
Okay.
not Minneapolis, despite what our guest said. Anyways,
Oh.
and Fantasy Flight's a really big company too for board games.
Okay.
And then our launch day, we played a bunch of games, and some of which are like Cup of Cup isn't a big game,
Seems
but
like-
it is one of the most fun
It's
games
super
I
fun.
have.
It's a fantastic
Yeah,
party.
Love
super
that
fun.
game.
Cup of Cup.
What else have we played? Like Sushi Go is like pretty big now.
Mm-hmm.
It's getting big, and it's published by it has a little clown logo. I can't remember the name of the company, but yeah, you're right. Like you're partially right. Like we've played some games from bigger companies,
Right.
and then we've played some games from smaller ones. Like soon we're planning on doing a Pokemon role playing game, which is completely
in the works.
indie. I don't
Yeah.
even think it's been actually published.
It's not been published at all.
Yeah.
It's made by a group of just really dedicated fans.
Yeah.
And it's still working out kinks. So they have like weird play sets where they like have rules that they kind of like bring in every once in a while. It's like Unearthed Arcana if you play D&D,
Okay.
where they just bring in new rules to replace other ones or restrict some moves because sometimes they're just too strong. They're just still trying to balance out the system.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
You found the name,
Yeah. His name is James Mendez Hodes.
James Mendez. Yeah,
Yeah,
he was a
okay.
super nice guy.
Yeah,
he was
very
fun to
cool.
talk to. I'll have to show you guys the conversation.
Well, it just kind of sounds like there's almost a direct. I'm trying to think of the word, but it's very similar to
Banana.
like how. What did you say?
Banana.
Yes, banana. A direct banana, which New Mexicans cannot spell apparently.
Yeah.
Um,
I saw that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're stupid.
What?
So there was a graphic released recently, which is it was a United States geolocation. Every state showing the most searched Google word for how do you spell this? How do you
Yeah.
spell blank? New Mexico was
The number one word for New Mexico was banana.
banana.
Wisconsin, their number one word was their own state.
No.
So they were having trouble going Wisconsin.
That's amazing.
Wisconsin.
Now, there were a few that couldn't spell like bureau or supercalifragilisticexpialidocious.
That was one of
them?
That
Makes
was
sense.
a few states had
Okay.
that one.
Yeah, and those
Um,
make sense.
'cause super
bureau's
long.
not who uses that word.
Right.
Yeah.
But banana?
Yeah, didn't
Gwen Stefani
spell it for us?
Yes.
I think she added an extra A and A or something.
Maybe that's
now.
what fucked
Yeah.
us up.
Yeah,
Like
everybody
just
keeps
fucked
calling
up
Is
banana.
Gwen Stefani right on the
Banana.
spelling of banana? I don't trust her.
Well,
just not
I
right.
cut you off though. What were you talking about?
I don't
before
know.
added banana?
Oh well, okay. So and I think I thought of the word. I'm just thinking, board game companies are analogous to like record companies. Like we have your Milton Bradley, your Parker Brothers, you have Sony Music, you have Geffen Records or Tower or not Tower, Capitol Records. But then you have like the smaller tiered, more
Very indie ones.
yeah, like a handful of people that publish games.
Yeah.
And then you have in betweeny type people. and
He's
all
just
that.
describing companies.
And how
Is that how they work?
I'm just trying because I have no idea about like board games and
You
It
will.
is- it's
You'll
really
learn.
crazy.
yeah. Well, I've already gone to like Barnes and Noble
They have a big
that-
board game section.
Yeah,
now.
and I go
It
in there
has
and be
grown.
like, I recognize that box from Dylan's house. Yeah,
Soon you'll start your collection because
Yeah.
I'm slowly
Yeah.
trying to figure out what my collection is going to start with, and it's like they're all games that you don't have. Like that's
Okay.
like that's my main goal right
Perfect.
now is
Yeah,
to figure
that's
out
what we
games
need,
that you don't have, and then try to figure
Yeah,
out.
I'll help
what we
you.
can-
I'll help you with
Do you
that, too.
remember? There was a game when I was young. It came out, and I thought the commercial was just so fucking cool. Hero Quest.
Oh yeah.
I got it for Christmas, and then I opened it up, and I found out there's all this like graph paper and little figures, and like this like instruction manual that was like a small phone book, and I was like, oh shit! And I didn't have none of my friends were into it.
It was. It's like a. It was like
Hero Quest, yeah.
yeah. It looks like 2A, like advanced D&D.
It looks like advanced D&D, but it also looks like it looks like HeroClix.
Oh yeah,
And it even starts off with Hero. I feel like I can hear myself in the office.
I know it's kind of weird. I'm not sure.
Oh, I
can't
can
tell
control
if
it from
that's-
here.
Oh yeah.
Look at that. Anyways, I don't know if I'm derailing here, but we also have other good news. We finally reached 10,000 views.
Woo! Hooray!
Through Color
yeah,
Circuit.
thank you,
Yes,
everyone.
Yeah,
Yes.
thank you
Yes.
for
Get there.
supporting us. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's awesome. We reached it with the Fiasco gameplay, which did really well.
Yeah.
Really well. There's
so
not
yeah.
a lot of Fiasco out there apparently. That was really cool.
Yeah, I
like,
guess so, huh?
yeah.
There's actually a live theater production where these improvisers do live Fiasco.
That'd be
That
great.
sounds
And I don't
so
know
much
what-
fun.
That's a
Yeah,
good
doesn't
idea.
it sound awesome?
That's a good
Such
idea.
a good idea. Maybe we can get something like that started.
Yeah,
You
definitely.
wanna- oh, never. We will talk
Yeah,
about
yeah,
that
we'll
later.
talk
Yeah,
about
yeah,
it. The 10,000 views made me feel good because Jessica Chobot of Nerdist News and Bizarre States and Mothership and whatever, she posted a just a 5-second video clip on her Instagram, and that got like 12,000 views. So knowing that we made 20 videos that accumulated to 10,000
Yeah.
it's a proud moment.
It's
It's
a
a
proud
big
moment,
number.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
no, this is just what
And
we're
this-
into month 2 of this.
Yes,
So
Yes,
exactly.
yes.
and then on Wednesday, we did a pretty successful episode of Controller Alt Delete.
And I think it's our second most watched now.
Very cool.
Yeah. Spelunky and a bunch of other really fun indie games. Yeah. Thank
Yeah,
you,
I was skipping through the video, checking it out. It looked real fun.
Yeah. So, oh, yeah. I'm sorry. You weren't here.
I was not there.
I
Yeah,
just.
But you'll have your Wednesdays off.
That's
now.
right.
Yeah.
That's right. Improv's over.
Yeah. Expect more, Scott.
This.
Definitely. Not much yet.
We also. Can I talk to you guys about my New York trip?
Yeah.
Yes,
yeah. I was
you-
gonna bring that up. Like I'm really
Yeah.
excited for this. Right
Yeah,
now.
yeah. It was awesome. I went to UCB 3 times.
Wow.
First night was
goodness.
Ass Cat. I saw the 2 comedians, John Gimberly and Adam Pally.
Uh-huh.
And they're from.
Adam Pal- is he from New Girl?
He
Adam Pally
no,
from New Girl?
I thought no, he has been on New Girl.
Okay.
Yes, I think he's been on it, but he's not a regular. And he's on several other things too. Anyways, it was a freaking good show. And then thanks to Sarah Kennedy's.
Did you see Whiplash?
I saw Whiplash. Thanks
So
to Sarah
what happened
Kennedy.
there?
So the guy that was like maybe the third biggest role in Get Out, the black friend that was the security guard.
Oh, he's
Yeah,
great.
yeah.
He
Yeah.
did some stand up.
Oh,
Awesome.
wow.
And they're testing things out. He wasn't the best. I don't think he was like fully on his game, but he was funny.
Yeah.
And he has this like really jolly laugh, and by that I mean
It's like
jolly.
a full
like,
laugh. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
It's
awesome.
not exactly. Yeah,
It's like it's one of those people who makes you happy.
Yeah,
Just by
just
laughing.
listening
Yeah,
to it.
yeah. Love it.
But then freaking Hannibal Buress drops in, and I'm sitting front row, and I'm like, holy crap, this is crazy. And she said that was going to happen too. She said that Louis showed up the first time she went to Whiplash, and my other friend that I met up with out there too. She's like, yeah, first time I came out to New York, I saw Louis, and it's like everybody just sees Louis, and God, it's a dream.
It's just everywhere. Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm like,
It's-
freaking
do you
Hannibal.
wanna
though.
move there?
Hannibal's so good. Yeah, I definitely want to move
Yeah.
to New York.
So where else did you go? We saw the videos.
Couple
Yeah,
of
let
trips
me-
to the
let's see.
Nintendo store.
A couple trips to the Nintendo store. Got a Nintendo Switch. Zelda is incredibly hard. I've died like
So yeah, I was going to ask
40
how much
times.
you've played it.
I played it the whole plane ride back. I haven't played it since, but that was a 6 to 7 hour.
Yeah. 6
to 7 hours
Yeah.
of ignoring Jessica.
It's a good amount of time.
Yeah. And I had the best time.
Did
I was with
did
her
she
for
like
9 whole
use her
days.
phone or did she use the laptop just like watch movies? Or did
She
sleep?
she listened to our podcast.
Really?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah, yeah.
okay.
Which is so she finished. She's caught up now. Yeah, and she's just excited that we bring her name up every episode.
The elusive
She
Jessie.
is the unofficial member who like
She's
is really the cog that invisibly keeps us going.
Right.
Yeah.
right.
Because she could pull the plug on this shit
At any
any time.
Anyone she felt like. we
So
would
the
not
third
mind at all.
night I was at UCB, there is an improv show where all of the writers for Stephen Colbert get together
That's awesome.
and they do a show, and I think they do it once a month. And they used to write for the Colbert Report,
Yeah.
and now they all write for Stephen Colbert's Late
The
Night
Late
Show.
Show,
But
yeah.
they were great. God, they killed it.
That's awesome.
They were so funny. And then I'm pretty sure I sat next to Gary Gulman on the subway.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he's a comic that's been around for decades, right?
Okay.
Like
Yeah.
a long time.
yeah.
And he's great. He's a really good stand-up. And then went to Comedy Cellar, and I saw Todd Barry, and
Oh, God, yeah.
yeah, he writes for Conan, and he's been on
Todd Barry, he's the one that did the crowd work tour.
I don't remember.
It's on Netflix,
Okay,
but
okay. He's probably my favorite comic out there. Like from when I went to New York and I saw a bunch of comics. It might have even had a better set than Hannibal, and I loved Hannibal.
Yeah.
It's just that he was nonstop. He has this weird, dry.
yeah, monotone as fuck.
Yes,
but he's amazing.
everything hit.
Yeah.
And that was at the Comedy Cellar, and God, it was just so good.
I still remember his joke about Fugazi. You know the
Yeah,
DC hardcore
yeah.
band where they're very adamant about no merchandise, no T-shirts. We sell our records, and that's it.
Yeah.
$5 for shows, $10 for CDs, and he has this like. You think there's a guy in Fugazi that's like, "Hey guys, can't we charge like $6 per show?" And just the way he does it, just like, come on, man,
Just a little
little
bit.
more gas in the tank. $6 per show.
I'd just like to get back home by the end of the night.
The dissenting Fugazi member.
And then I saw the guy from Mad Men. That doesn't have either of you watch Mad Men?
Yes.
Yeah.
He's the guy that takes the main character's place, and then he ends up quitting and becoming a cartoonist.
I think I know who you're talking
It's probably
about.
been a while since you guys have seen it.
Rich Summer.
The last time I watched it was like the fourth. I think the fourth or third.
Was it
third or
Rich
fourth season.
Summer?
No.
Okay.
He was he's an older gentleman.
Oh, an older
Rich
gentleman.
Summer is actually a really big
Tabletop guy. Yeah, he does his own
podcast.
podcast about it. And
Does he do his own pod? I didn't know that.
Yeah, he was on Nerdist one time talking about it
Okay.
and how he's super or
we have
Doug Loves Movies or something like
He's
that.
so funny, and he's also on the show Love, and like he's
yeah,
really
he's
good.
great. He's
Yeah.
great.
We have a comment.
What?
From Phil?
Phil!
It says, talk about how cool Phil is.
Talk about Phil on Facebook. Phil has been in a couple of our shows.
He was on Wednesday, wasn't
On
it?
Wednesday,
Yeah.
Phil,
Wednesday.
Super
Super fun.
talk about how good Phil. Phil, you're like my second or third favorite improviser in the whole state.
Wow. In the whole state.
I
a lot.
can't
fantastic.
be around him and not laugh when he's doing something ridiculous on stage. Even he just this stupid little dance last time I went and saw him. He was a wizard and he did a wizard dance, and it was just like, and I laughed my shit. I laughed for like
done.
5 minutes straight. It was the
B Team tonight at the box.
at the box. Yeah, go watch him.
I'm going.
Yeah, me too. Me too.
10:15.
Let's go together.
Are you
Alright.
doing another show? Are you
Oh, he's not on BT.
You-
No, he's
oh.
on Saturday night with Steve.
Saturday night?
Right. So yeah, this Saturday, tomorrow, if you're watching it live, the Box Downtown Steam's last show for this run. It is my last Steam show because after 3 times they kick you out. They don't let you be on the team.
Can't do it anymore.
Can't do it anymore.
Yeah, I've been on that boat for a while,
Yeah.
but we're gonna start something new.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes. And
you want to help me get that started?
yeah.
Awesome.
Absolutely. And a lot of people
And I will be tech for that.
are a lot of people are this is their last run as well. A lot of really funny
Yeah.
people. Wes, Nick, and Tiffany, and
That's it.
no. There's most of us are
Kevin.
Kevin. Yeah, Kevin, and Daniel, who's a part of a team.
Oh shit, Daniel.
He wasn't part of. He wasn't able to do the last 2 shows. He's out actually in New York,
what is
visiting family.
And Nick.
And Nick is out in New York as well. New York takes everybody
It
eventually.
really does.
Yeah.
Let's
As it
see.
should.
I walked by PlayStation Theater, didn't go in it, but I was excited about that.
So what is the PlayStation Theater?
They just own a giant theater.
Interesting. Okay.
I think it's a movie theater.
It's huge.
It
It is
big.
huge.
Yeah.
Interesting.
When they do like press conferences and stuff, I think they do it out of there. If I'm not mistaken.
Sometimes.
And
Did you go to the
then-
Bullmore?
I don't know what the Bullmore is.
It's a super awesome like bowling alley that's
Okay.
like in the middle of Manhattan.
There's
and
so many
it's a
things I
fun place.
missed, and I missed the Met. That was probably the dumbest thing.
Ooh.
Yeah, I know that was probably the dumbest thing.
Did you go to the MoMA?
Nope, I didn't go
The
to any
MoMA?
art museums. But
But
I
you
did
did
go
do-
to the Hayden Planetarium, which
Cool.
is directed by Neil deGrasse Tyson, one of my heroes. Yeah, one of my big and then it was amazing. The planetarium was amazing, and then the Natural History Museum. I will say everything is big out there.
Yeah.
It's the biggest park I've ever been to, Central Park. It's the
Mm.
biggest museum I've ever been to, Natural History Museum. It's the biggest.
They're just like
Everything.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's New York. Yeah, like
fucking awesome.
whatever you expect to be like, it's New York. It's got to be really cramped and really impossible. It's like no, it's they're gonna find a way. Like everything's big. Like you just really don't expect it.
It has to work.
Now,
Like,
the only thing I really
with all
care
the
about-
millions of people there, it has to function.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And super progressive. I got to eat a lot because I'm vegan, and there's vegan foods everywhere.
Everywhere,
Everywhere.
yeah. That's like a utopia as far as that's.
It was really fun. That was like the first time I actually enjoyed eating like vegan because there were just not a lot of choices here.
You
Like
haven't really. I got to make you some food. Is
Yeah.
what I need to do
At some point,
Yeah. Have you been
'cause,
to Thai? You've probably been to Thai vegan.
yeah. Well, because I can make Thai like vegan food from Thailand. I can make, and that's fine with me.
Oh, Can you
but
make me some Thai food?
yeah, I used to own a restaurant.
No.
like for like 2 years.
Really?
Yeah, with my
You?
mom.
what that?
It's always something with this.
He's a freaking artichoke.
It's an artichoke.
We're just taking petals off.
Why haven't we made that logo yet?
The Bon artichoke.
It's like it's a
That'll be
logo
our
that's
first shirt.
flowering out, and then it's Bond's face. Bond is the heart of the artichoke.
Right, yeah. And one day we'll get to it. Not today.
Not today.
We just
Yeah,
found out
we'll
he owned a
never
restaurant for 2 years.
We had this conversation before.
We've never.
Did we?
I'm so sure
You're
we
probably
did.
right.
Yeah.
Always
You're
something.
who are you again?
I went to the
remember. I
HBO
think
store.
I
That
do.
was super exciting because
HBO store.
Game of Thrones.
Ooh,
Oh,
yeah.
And
Seven
there was
seasons starting up.
Sopranos, one of the best. I think the Writers Guild of America considers the best written show of all time.
Yeah.
I don't, but it is one of the best. I agree, it's one of the best. And then lots of Camille Nanjiani everywhere, which I'm a huge fan of because of Silicon Valley.
Yeah.
Have you seen that?
Oh no, yeah,
Yeah.
I'm way deep into it now. Yeah.
So good. Did you hear that? What's his name is leaving? T.J. Miller.
TJ Miller's not going to be in the next
So
season.
sad.
So
Does that
like
mean
good.
he's leaving for good or just the season?
I don't know because
I don't know.
he's. I mean, TJ's
He's
getting work.
He's picked up a lot
like,
of work.
He's
I.
the lead in the new Emoji movie, I think.
That's right.
I'm not happy about that, but
Right.
I get.
I'm
it's a
very
paycheck.
curious about it.
I mean, did you ever hear about his audition for Yogi Bear?
No.
He like dressed up as a full-on
a
mount
furry
mascot.
no, like a ranger, like a
Oh, okay.
forest
Oh,
ranger,
okay.
and he brought like the skin of a bear to the audition and be like Yogi Bear, ah!
That's amazing.
And they
I think him and
must have slayed.
who's the lead in Silicon Valley?
Thomas Middleditch.
I think him and Middleditch. I think they came up together in improv, and there's a really good interview. I say quote unquote interview on YouTube of them two because the interviewer got like one word in.
That's
because it was
great.
just
Yeah.
them riffing the whole time. It's the best.
And-
They're so good together.
And Zach Woods, who plays I forget his name.
he's the beard.
No. Zach Woods.
Oh no, he's the guy from The Office.
Yes.
Yeah, the tall guy.
He is a top tier like UCB improviser.
Yeah, I've
he
seen
is
some of his stuff, and
phenomenal.
he's so good.
And this current season, they kind of weeded in like his just slightly like maniacal like fringes of his character.
Yeah, he's getting
like
weird.
Yeah, which I like to see.
I love that.
Slowly gotten weirder and weirder.
I stayed at the Roosevelt. There's no fucking Wi-Fi. It's $22 a night.
Okay.
So my recommendation is stay at a
Hostel.
low grade hotel.
You can
that is
stay
cheaper.
longer,
You
yeah.
can stay longer, cheaper, and you probably get Wi-Fi. They like scoffed at me when I was like, "Where's the Wi-Fi?" They're like, "It's $22 a night, sir."
yeah,
Like,
fuck you.
yeah. I was like, "You assholes."
Yeah.
God, I hate it. Maybe the best part, aside from like Hayden Planetarium, is Ripley's Believe It or Not Museum. I'm a huge fan
Ooh.
of Ripley.
I missed that. I've never been there.
I've been to the one in San Fran, and I've been to the one here, and there's one in Hollywood that I need to go to. Also, I think that's their 3 locations. They may have more. It's the coolest shit. like longest snake in the world, and they have a model of it, or largest person to ever live, tallest person to ever live. It's not just people. I don't know. I keep going to. Oh, they had a whole torture museum section.
Ooh.
All
Nice.
the craziest torture machine. Like
I always loved like the seeing torture and just like demented shit because I'm like, wow, people got really dark, man.
when you say you like seeing it, what do you mean?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay.
Do you get?
Do you get the last time when you said you literally raped somebody on stage for a part, and you need to.
I
figure
need
out
to
your
stop
words
using.
here.
Yeah, I use literally far too often.
Literally,
Literally.
and figuratively. Literally, this thing is purple. Figuratively, it's like a grape.
Yes. There you go. You should have a whole show where you're explaining the difference.
I mean, you probably could. I'm not a bright man. This is. I work with technology. You give me stuff, I will tell you how it works, and after that, I am done. It's like-
So you've seen John Wick 2?
yes.
And you
Have not.
have not.
I've not seen John Wick 1.
Ooh, it's so.
I've heard-
I want to
You
slap
and-
you in the face right now.
Yeah.
You and
That's like
Matt
the
were
most
talking
manliest
about
movie.
it a lot during Steam.
I
like,
do remember
yeah,
that.
rehearsals.
Yeah.
And I'm
It's
like,
like,
it
and
sounds
I've
cool.
mentioned, like, I feel like it's like, it's 007, and then it moved on to things like Tom Cruise's series, Mission Impossible.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's a couple other ones that were like series of fighting action heroes, the Bourne series.
Sure.
I
Yeah.
think this is the new.
It was the amalgamation of everything.
I
That's gone
think
before it.
I think
Yeah.
that I think that John Wick, hopefully if it continues on, it will be the new
Oh, it definitely
version
will.
of those, and
Yeah.
it's so good.
It's gone so well. And they created this world that like really sustains itself and like makes it last. It's
Yeah.
the most basic rules. And
yeah, it's
they're
basic
so catchy.
and it's but anyways, the reason I bring it up is because the one of the, I think it's the final scene or one of the final scenes is a big fountain.
Yeah.
And it's when I don't want to do any spoilers or anything, but yeah, there's a big fountain, and that
Big
was in
ending.
New York. I went there. I was excited about that.
Ooh.
You recommended some jazz,
Yeah.
and I did some of the best jazz I've seen and the best jazz clubs,
Ugh.
like in cellars and basements and like
What's
the
the
third or
best?
fourth floor of some buildings.
And like that's like the best. You can get a scotch. You can light a freaking cigar. Like you could.
It's weird.
Listen to jazz. It was amazing. I felt like everyone dressed up too. Everyone was dressed to the nines. Like I felt good.
Yeah, I didn't feel good because because I was like this kid. Everybody's older, of course, because
Yeah, everyone's older.
nobody at my age enjoys jazz for some reason.
Yeah.
Although one of Bonafide was the third floor of this business building. It's a jazz club east of Central Park, and it was a 17-person orchestra. Led
so
by this
amazing.
guy that's our age, and almost everybody in the band was our age. And
did you get all of their numbers and add them on Facebook?
no, but I did
and-
buy a couple of them beers.
Yeah,
it was the
very
first time.
nice.
There's
Yeah.
a 2-drink minimum, and I don't drink.
Yeah.
So I just bought 2 drinks and just gave it to a couple of the members. They really enjoyed
Nice.
that, and I was like, that's how I'm gonna go about 2-drink minimums from now on.
Yeah.
because they do it
Buy
at
'em
comedy
for people.
shows too.
Sure,
Yeah.
Just buy 'em
So
for
yeah,
the
just
people.
buy 'em for the performers. Yeah,
that's the way
a
to
good
do it.
time.
And yeah, you went to actual comedy clubs.
Yes.
Like we
Yeah.
we don't have those really here.
Not here, no.
Yeah, they're all makeshift. Hey, we'll let you use the corner of our bar,
Right,
You
Yeah.
know,
right.
our bowling alley, whatever. Which cool shows. You know, it doesn't matter where you have comedy, but actual like the first time I encountered that was in Philadelphia. I went to go see Mike Birbiglia, and yeah, it was like a 2-drink minimum. And the waitress comes up to me, and is like, "And what would you like to drink?" It's like, "Oh no, I'm good." It's like, "It's a 2-drink minimum." It's like,
Yeah.
Oh. I guess a Coke, does that count?
It does count, actually. I think.
It does. So leave me the frick alone.
And then I went to Django, and I think this it was the southern part. I still haven't gotten it all
Okay.
worked out, but it's at the bottom of Roxy Hotel, and it was
Oh, okay,
cool.
okay. Yeah.
But the reason I said like I didn't feel good is because one of the clubs I went to, which was Django, one of the items on the list was a $600 bottle of wine,
Yeah.
and I was like,
Some
I'll take
people drink
some
that.
sparkling water, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some of them get expensive. Like
crazy.
Some like, did you go to the Blue Note? Is there a
No,
Blue
no,
Note
no.
out there?
I didn't.
don't remember. Yeah, but it's like super fucking amazing. Jazz can be found everywhere. It's the one place that I want to live just because I
best.
want to listen to jazz.
Also, I imagine like Louisiana probably has a lot of good jazz.
It has, yeah. I mean, it has
Some of the-
really good blues. Really good blues,
Okay.
apparently. I want to go. I feel like New York has the best mixture of like modern jazz.
Okay.
And by modern jazz, I don't mean like elevator jazz
Right,
or
right.
La La Land jazz, because
Right,
even
right.
that's bullshit.
Yeah,
but
is that
it's
even
like
jazz?
no, it wasn't.
Okay.
If you watch the movie and you like
gloves are
the jazz in
coming
there,
off,
it's bullshit. It's a lie. Yeah.
My white jazz gloves are coming off. They're gonna get blood on them. Yeah.
All I know is that Moonlight shouldn't have got that award. I'm just kidding. I
I-
probably should have.
I mean, this is not a movie
Yeah.
podcast. I will not speak about that yet.
God, I wish we had.
And I
one
think
now.
La La Land was the only movie I saw last year that was nominated.
Yeah.
Lion was nominated, and like I don't think anybody talked about it, and it was my favorite movie of last year. I went to a place called Video Games New York. That was the best video game shop that I found.
Yeah.
It was all retro. And new. I'm sorry, it was all retro and new. But
Yeah.
the retro that they had literally everything.
Great.
And at
my
decent
gosh.
prices. You could buy a Sega Genesis for like $60.
yeah,
Like,
that's
it was
that's
so
doable.
cool.
It just makes me want, because we have that here. We have like a. I'm gonna do like a mini shout out because I just like the place. Like Nobles.
Okay.
Nobles fantastic because it
Haven't
has
been.
like a lot of retro games and stuff like that.
Gamers Anonymous.
And Gamers
And
Anonymous.
Gamers Anonymous.
Yeah.
Gamers Anonymous.
Wilbol.
Wilbol. It's like I just love. There's like 2 shops maybe that have that.
Yeah.
And it's
And there's also We Know Video Games, which is in Cottonwood Mall. It was Cottonwood and Coronado, but they had to close down the Coronado one. So they're only in Cottonwood now. But yeah, we do have a fair share. But, you know, I like to go browse every once in a while. You know, it's not often they get new stuff.
Yeah.
So it's like if you want to get an N64 and like some of the best known games, they got you covered.
Yeah.
After that, gotta
That's so
figure
much.
out
What's
your
retro.
way. Yeah. But I just love going to those stores in general and just being around that. Around that stuff.
There was a GameStop connected to a ThinkGeek, and I didn't even know ThinkGeek had a brick and mortar.
Wow.
So that was kind of cool, and
Yeah.
that was on our Instagram account. I did a live thing of that. In
Yeah.
there. But that was pretty cool. They had a $2,000 statuette. What do they call these things? Models, whatever.
yeah,
A
like a life size,
$2,000
or-
little model thing of the little alien in Men in Black 2 that's controlling one of the people. Remember, like the face opens up.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah, yeah,
the
yeah.
I don't remember the
little-
character.
Little
though.
guy.
Yeah. I don't remember the name of the character or the person whose face opens up.
Yeah.
But that was like, I was like, that's cool. And I looked at the price, it was $2,000.
That's no.
Yeah. Yeah, that's no. And I got this cool Kingdom Hearts shirt from there, though.
Oh, I was wondering what it was. Okay. Awesome.
One of my favorite role playing games of all time.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Dang.
So good. So have you played it?
I have played 1.
Yeah, I played a
Yeah.
bit of 2,
Yeah.
and everybody's like, excited for 3. You never played it.
I've never played a Kingdom Hearts game.
So good.
You-
Final Fantasy
you will.
and Disney.
Yeah, and the
We will do a retro play.
yeah, the community around Kingdom Hearts is so
Huge.
rabid
It is,
and
yeah.
devoted, and the fact that have there only been 2 games, or has there
That's
been
it.
really?
two-
Two
yeah,
official games.
And
Two
they've done like the
official-
.5 thing. I've
They
seen
do
those.
in .8, and they
Yeah.
also have
Okay.
some like
There's a lot of
mostly
mobile
portable
games, yeah.
mobile. Yeah.
So they've been throwing you like breadcrumbs for the last couple of years,
And it's
like 10 years.
10 years.
Yeah, 10 years. Because I always want to add stuff too. There's a constant ad between like the voice actors that I have to deal with and the characters that they're trying to trademark and try to work that out.
Keep
and
building
then-
the little stories.
sure,
in
Yeah.
because
between.
it's
Yeah.
Disney characters and like
Final Fantasy.
SquareSoft
And
type
Squaresoft, yeah.
anime.
Yeah.
like
all the
okay.
Final Fantasy games
Square
and whatnot.
Soft, right?
SquareSoft.
It was Square Enix.
Square Enix or what?
Or is it the other way
is
around?
Square
It
Enix.
was
It's Square
SquareSoft.
Enix.
Now it's Square
No,
Enix.
it's Square Enix.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Let's see. I also went to Buffalo Exchange where I bought a Don Cheadle shirt. Uniqlo. I think it's a Japanese website. It's a really good website for buying cool clothes.
Yeah.
But I didn't know they had a brick and mortar, and they have a collaboration with Nintendo right now for screen prints,
Ooh.
and it's like 50. They're cheap. That's why people like it.
Yeah.
So
I'll check
it's
that out.
really cool shirts out there. Midtown Comics might be my favorite comic store. I got that One Punch Man manga,
I was looking at
which
that.
I've never I've never read the manga. I've never read a manga, so this will be my first one.
What?
I've
like
never liked anime or manga until like
now.
now. I
Okay.
don't know what's going on, but
It's because now you realize there's like more to it than like fan service stuff. So
I don't. Yeah, maybe.
well, it's because I mean you liked One Punch Man because
A
it's literally
lot.
yeah.
Yeah, well, I like One Punch Man because it's funny.
Yeah, it's the
It's so
amalgamation of
funny.
all the tropes that are happening in anime and manga.
Yeah.
and it just like they make fun of it and they have fun with
And
it.
they do mixed media, like
Yeah.
not mixed media, but mixed styles
Yeah.
of animation, and it's just so good.
like Scott, you have to watch it.
I've heard a lot about One Punch Man. Yeah.
Yeah, it's
I-
only one season too. Just
Oh,
you can
cool.
Get through it really quick.
It's really, really
it just reminds me of like I had a girlfriend in college, not to brag, and she was
I miss
right?
those days.
And she was really into anime, so I was just like, all right, I'll try and experience this.
Yeah.
And she sat me down and she watched She put on this anime called Lane.
Oh, good God. That's not one you show to someone
It's like
immediately.
okay, like it's like kids in a school, and like one of them gets cancer
It's super fucked
or
up.
something, and
Yeah.
it's just like this gut wrenching thing. And I was just like, aren't they supposed to like fly through the air with swords?
there
When
some
does that happen?
happiness? Like,
I mean,
yeah.
I'm the least anime. You're the least. You're the most. But what I've learned though,
You're like
is
the
that's someone that's
lukewarm
we're
Yeah.
like this
medium.
would be.
This is
it would
yeah.
be
This is
going
the
up in
this is the
volume.
line. Yeah.
Yeah.
But as somebody that's closer to it than this guy, closer to you,
Yeah.
somebody that doesn't know the world,
On the spectrum.
what you'll come to learn is that it's just like any other. It's just like film. It's just that it's animated. In other words, there's a genre for everything. There's a style for everything.
Right.
You can find out what is to your liking.
Because I like sad shit. It was
Yeah.
just like we were just. She was sitting me down. It was like one of her favorites, and we watched this, and it was just slow moving and pensive.
Yeah.
And then like I didn't finish it. Like she ended up just watching it like by herself.
She continued. Yeah, she didn't even
Yeah.
care. Like that's what happens when you watch anime and you're an anime fan. You don't give a shit about anyone else and that world. You just keep watching.
Sounds so great.
So the biggest, probably the one that most people would have started off with is like Studio Ghibli films. So what's his name? Who runs
Studio
it?
Ghibli or I forgot his name.
Miyazaki. Spirited Away.
Okay.
All those films. Those are like the most American.
What-
They're
what-
not, but like they're the most popular anime that's in America.
Right.
Probably.
Yes.
What's
that's a yes.
What's the
Totoro.
that's
then
the,
there's, like,
the
the-
one under the umbrella?
Yes.
That's the one that is
That's the-
over.
That's the pillow over
Here.
there.
Dead Dad
like-
Cam.
Yeah.
Let me get
Using
it.
Dead
Let me
Dad
get it.
Cam, that giant guy right there.
Oh, that yeah.
Yeah. And so I will say, after watching 5 Studio Ghibli films in the last 6 months, I am not a fan. I only like his rated G films,
Okay.
which is really weird. Totoro being one of them, and the other one being Ponyo, which is a cute little. So
These
when
are all
he-
names
Oh.
I've heard.
When
Yeah,
when he plays it simple, when he plays it cute, when it's not.
When it's not forced narrative.
I feel like most of his stuff feels very forced,
Yeah.
and I mean this is like probably wildly unpopular,
Yeah.
but it's
Go
like
there.
it's too convoluted and nothing like it's weird for weird's sake.
You just described all of anime.
Okay,
Yeah,
it's
anime
weird for
manga.
weird's
So
sake.
if you
Yeah.
can get
Some of
past
it is.
that,
Like there's like fan servicey stuff, there's storyline stuff, but it's like there's a certain point where if you watch enough anime, you need to have a certain amount of convolution. Is that right? Is that a word?
Okay.
That works. Anyways, you need a certain amount of craziness and randomness.
your threshold for that
continues.
has to be pretty high.
Yeah, so you keep
Yeah.
building up more and more and more, and then there's like your animes will get so out there and outlandish to a point where like you just want to see how crazy things can get and see if the stories will pay off.
Speaking of, there's a limited theater, like probably like indie theater release right now, like where they're doing like a Studio Ghibli day, I think, or a weekend.
Yeah, over at the Guild.
And so yeah, at the Guild, I saw a couple places in New York, and so they're just gonna spend a full day watching a Studio Ghibli films.
And it's
stuff.
really fun. I think I did one 2 or 3 years ago when I was still in
A
college.
Studio Ghibli.
Yeah, like marathon.
Yeah, I watch like the Moving Castle. I watch Spirited Away. I don't care
Don't like
for any
'em,
of them. No, I know, bad person. So the best part about New York, aside from the best parts that I named, maybe like my favorite,
One of your other favorites.
is the subway. I got on the subway I went down to get on the subway system, and like we were kind of lost. We don't know what we're doing, Jessica and I. So I was like, "Oh, that's the one!" And like I ran in, and I forgot that like
You got to pay.
Jessica's. No. I'm sorry. Like
You're
I
through
already
the
paid.
turnstile.
Okay.
You're on the
past
on
that
the
point,
I'm
yeah.
on the
Okay.
platform,
Yeah.
and I run into one, and Jessica's like, "Oh shit!" Like she didn't like know, like I was gonna
Oh.
run into one, and so I run in, and then I hear a ah, and I turn around, and it's her squeezed between the doors, like squeezed, and she's like, and you see her bring up her little hands and try to push it, and she's screaming the whole lot, and I'm cracking up,
Of course you are,
I'm
because you're a
laughing
terrible
so
person.
hard.
Everyone is, yeah.
and
Does someone come to help or what
and
happened?
I
And her little
eventually-
hands pop up trying to
eventually-
save a life.
me and somebody else eventually get her in, and like that, like the doors will open, but they were kind of squeezing, you know.
Right.
So you were the best boyfriend ever.
Yeah,
Like-
yeah, exactly. And then she was mad at me for like the next like.
So
like,
how
hour.
quickly did you start live streaming that?
Yeah.
I know. Oh my god! I should have just started live streaming, yeah. Color
that's,
circuit,
you know,
yeah,
yeah.
behind the scenes. It was the funniest part.
That's where you hand someone the phone, you
And
start
you know what?
recording, and then you start helping her.
Yeah.
Well, all the expensive shit in New York, that was for free.
Yeah.
That happened for free. You didn't have to
Those are
pay
the best
shit for
moments.
that. You're on the subway, doors do that. That's free.
And
That's
so
great.
I tell my friend who lives out there. We met up with her like 2 or 3 times. She's a good friend from my undergrad, and Jessica's friend. But I tell her this story like the following day or something. She's like, "That's just a regular occurrence." She's like, "There are some people where it just happens to them every day. It's always the same person because they're always running late, or like it's just like a normal occurrence."
Like,
And I think
they've
Jessica was
lost their
just
shoe,
like
like, 9
extra.
times.
I think
Yeah.
she was just extra embarrassed because she thought it was like she's the only one this happens to. Like
it was just the only time that you had saw it that day.
right,
Yeah.
right, and yeah.
That's one of the things I like about New York is that it doesn't give a fuck about you.
Does not
You
care at
can
all.
literally be anything you want. You are in somebody's way. Get the fuck out of their way.
Right.
And I respect that. It's like that is what that city like thrives on and works on.
It's a living city.
Is you're in like I remember. So my cousin Meredith lives out there. She lives in Queens, and I visited her one time when she was going to Columbia. So she had close to campus housing in Manhattan, and I got into New York. We met with like an aunt and uncle at like we had pho or something. And then I went with my cousin Meredith to her apartment. We took the subway, and I had like my luggage with wheels on it behind me, and I was going through the subway system, and it was like rush hour, and
Possibly the worst time.
and I was like trying to get through the turnstile, and my luggage was caught in the thing, and I was like, Meredith, hold on, and she was like just leagues ahead of me,
Gone.
like getting
She was
to the
just gone.
like, oh fuck, okay, like
You pick up pace or you're gone.
yeah, blood is thicker than water, but New York is thicker than blood. So you gotta be like, I just gotta keep up. And I was like, okay, if you're gonna be here,
Yeah.
don't be like, where's that Empire State? Well, you gotta know where you're fucking going and get there.
Yeah,
and
it's definitely a different culture. And my friend explained that to me too. She said that there was actually there's another friend that we met up with, but she said there's this like good video where this guy, I think it was a comedian, that said, if you are in line and you're like trying to be nice and start conversation with the person that's working, like, oh yeah, how was your day? And blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
You're being rude
Yeah,
because
absolutely.
you are holding up the line.
Right.
Even when you're
You're
trying
screwing
to be
everyone
nice.
else
Yeah,
over.
there's
Right.
just, you need to kind of change your frame of
Right.
reference. Really.
Well, and like Seinfeld has had the Soup Nazi episode where you step up, you say your order, you hand over your money, you
Right.
turn to the right. Like you should be doing that anyway because the whole city's behind you trying to do
Right.
the same
Yeah.
thing, and you just got to be part of another cog in the system, not fuck up.
right.
People are running nonstop, and it's like one of the first times I went there. It was me and my friend Chris, and we had gone there for New York Comic Con, and we had gotten onto the wrong train, and we were there for like 3 hours on that train, not figuring where the
Jeez.
fuck we were going.
Sub or train?
Subway.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay,
yeah, and we were just gone. We were just like, I have no idea how do we get back? We're in the
Yeah.
wrong place. They're like, oh yeah, it'll be like $20 to get back though. So you gotta.
Jesus
I was like,
Christ.
I don't know where I'm going. Like I felt like a 5-year-old. I was like, I'm lost. Someone help me.
You gotta figure it out.
Yeah. And then by the time we did, we got there at the same time as our friends to the hotel we were staying at, and it was really funny because we had still got there. Well, no, we actually still got there earlier than them. So they had taken this what's it called, like a taxi service, but an escort from the hotel.
Like with those
Oh, it's a
black
banana.
cars,
Yeah,
those,
yeah. And they were
a
like,
banana. Yeah.
and they were like, yeah, not gonna worry about it. And they had to wait because they were the last ones. So by the time they got to the hotel, we had been there for like an hour or two. Grabbed a beer. I made new friends. I sold them a pack of smokes because apparently they were $20, and my pack of smokes were $20. I was like, yeah, I brought like 4 of them because I knew. So let's do this right now so I can make some extra cash. Like that was my side hustle for a second. Where I'm like, yeah, they'll pay for a beer out here. Like that was my trade. But we had made new friends, and then later on that night we went to go party, and I was like, all right, New York, I like you
Sounds
already.
like a good time. Yeah.
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 That's how you experienced it.
Yeah.
So my friend that I met up with out there, I was friends with her as an undergrad, and her and I she kind of started, but I was a part of the board or whatever. This like secular group for secular students
Okay.
at her undergrad, and so so that group led to us going to a Center for Inquiry conference, which is a organization in the U.S. that deals with like secular, atheist, agnostic, like law and other things like that. Like they actually have somebody that works for them that works in the United Nations.
Oh,
And
wow.
so they like held a conference, and her and I went out there with a couple other friends to Buffalo, New York.
Wow.
And so that was my only experience with New York. And now she actually lives in the city. But she's like super, super smart. I'm not going to say her name because of this story. She is a social psychologist.
Yeah.
And she like, so she knows she like she does research on the brain basically and how we think and do things and why we do the things we do. And she worked with Ramachandran, which is one of the most famous psychologists like of our time, who is still alive. I think he's in San Diego State or UC San Diego or something like that. You might know him from. Have you guys ever heard of phantom limb, where people are limbless? They don't have a limb, and they feel like my hand is
still
is
functioning.
And you can't
their mind.
scratch it, you can't, but
Yeah.
you get the sensory that you still have it.
He's
yeah.
the discoverer.
Oh,
of
wow.
the phantom
Wow.
limb.
Oh, God. Wow.
And he created the phantom limb box, I think it's called. And so somebody would say like, I don't have a right hand, but I feel like my right fist is squeezing so hard that my nails are growing into my skin. I'm in pain. So he created a box with a mirror in it, and you put your left hand in, and you look in the mirror, and you put your right hand that you don't have into the box.
Oh,
and
wow.
you relieve the stress with your left hand, and your brain thinks that your right hand is relieving.
Oh, my God.
That
It's a
is
stupid
awesome.
little box with a mirror, and he like is like
Wow.
saved people pain,
Yeah.
psychological. It's so crazy. Anyways, this guy
Wow.
Ramachandran, he's also known though for being like one of the weird, wacky ones.
Yeah.
Because he deals with
I mean, if you're gonna do that,
he
like, what are
deals
the
with
things you've experimented
experimental
with? Yeah.
psychology that's like
Yeah.
really weird, fringe things in
Mm-hmm.
psychology. So he's widely accepted, but also widely
Scorned or
yeah,
made
and
fun of?
made fun of like certain like he's not
Interesting.
real research, but
Okay.
I guess one of the things is like, all right, you say like I have a data group of one, an n number of one, like one person that had phantom limb or one person that has this or that. He's like, but if I had a flying pig in my lab, you wouldn't say, oh, it's just one. We have to discount it. I don't know if that makes any sense.
Yeah.
Like in a
Sure.
scientific way.
It's
So he's
still
like,
It's
one
the
person
initial
that you
discovery. Yeah.
so apparently he was dealing with, or he had gotten, Ramachandran had heard of this lady, this lady who was waking up and she felt like she was a man. She would wake up and feel like, I feel like I have a penis today. And and then wake up the next day and like, I feel like I'm a woman again. And it wasn't like a transgender or transsexual thing. It was like, no, I feel like I physically have a penis today.
Wow.
Like there's a weird thing. And so he's like, maybe one way that we could test this is like kind of just experiment with this is when she wakes up, like we'll have her in the lab. And one day when she wakes up, she's like, I'm a man today. I have a penis. We'll put a strap-on dildo on her really fast. And then we'll we'll have her like waist height on a table. And then we'll smash the dildo with a hammer.
Oh my.
And we'll see if she feels it.
Okay. Me and Scott are literally dying at the second. Yeah.
Wow.
At the second.
It's like, this is how like weird his like he proposed this to like his lab study group, like, does somebody want to do this? It's so ridiculous.
Show of hands. Show of hands, everybody.
yeah.
Anyway, hey, nobody? Nobody?
no.
Why are you leaving? Hey, hey.
Hey, wait, come back.
So good. I don't think this was ever done or published or anything, but just like,
Wow.
I love having that insight, like knowing somebody that knows this crazy, amazing scientist
Wow.
that would do something like that. And apparently
pretty
he was
awesome.
serious. Isn't that awesome?
That's pretty awesome.
So cool.
Ah.
Those are people that you want to have around because they probably have the best stories ever.
Yeah, he's invited to all the parties.
Everybody ever.
Tell
Yeah.
your dildo story again.
This is my favorite one. Say it again. Tell it again. Tell it again. Yeah.
I want to. Can we get him here? Can we go? How about we all just go to New York and we have to interview him because that sounds amazing.
He's in
in,
San Diego.
in San Diego.
The scientist.
To
Okay.
San Diego.
To San Diego we go.
I know, no kidding. Have you guys seen any new movies lately?
New movies. I haven't, but
You're the one that brought up Moana. I think I brought up that I bought it on iTunes, but I hadn't watched it yet.
Oh,
and you
yeah,
were like,
yeah.
I have. You have a beef with it, or
Yeah,
something.
I had problems with the story. Did you?
Okay,
with
well,
the,
so
with
I-
the end story. Yeah.
I watched it and it was fine.
Yeah.
There was a
film.
point where I kind of mentally checked out because it's just like we have to go to the we have to get this thing to the mountain. Yes, then that's our quest. And,
Okay.
and so I was just like, all right, well,
Yeah,
you're doing
yeah,
that.
yeah.
Of course,
And it was it was light, and there was the funny stuff. There was the Jermaine from Flight of the Conchords
Yeah.
voice. His part was really funny.
I did like the singing, and then the tattoos moving.
Yeah,
I
that was.
I didn't
neat-
like the main
That's a cool
song,
thing.
but I like the song "You're Welcome," which
Yeah.
I love that
Oh,
twist on.
Yeah, yeah, and
It's just the rock.
So, yeah, the songs were kind of hit and miss. Wasn't bad, but I think it was an okay Disney movie. So what was your?
I don't
gripe?
remember the end story, but I remember not
liking it?
I remember not just not liking it. I didn't think there was logic involved.
Yeah,
I don't remember what it was though. It's something to do with the big fiery mountain.
It's very much like it's a new take on a folktale. So
It was like
folktales are just weird.
it was.
in
I don't remember. It was something like, why is he going there, or why did she go? Like I don't
why
know.
Did
There
they
was
have
some-
to
Yeah,
Can you not
and-
step onto the island?
like
or
they
what's
didn't
going on?
have what's it called when you're an actor on stage and you're like, what's my motivation?
Motivation,
you didn't
yeah.
have motivation.
Or you didn't believe that. Yeah, it did get kind of convoluted. All I knew is that she needed to get the glowy thing and put it in the mountain, and then she did, and
then life was good again.
her island had fruit again. Like that's like it just boiled it because I was once they kind of set up that this is what the rest of the movie is going to be like. Buckle up. I was just like, all right. So I kind of mentally checked out. But
Did you like the singing as a singer?
I was very pleasantly surprised
Okay.
considering when I see those movies, I don't think the actors that they get for it would usually fit them.
Sure.
But The Rock and everyone did really great. Like the child actress did
I
fantastic.
think it was her first film, maybe.
Yeah. And she did great.
I hate that guy that made Hamilton, so that's why I
Really?
didn't. Know the
Oh.
music. Yeah.
Lin-Manuel.
Yeah.
Really?
Not a fan.
Marietta?
Not a fan.
Yeah,
like if he
Lin-Manuel.
wasn't born, I'd be happy.
Wow.
Because then Hamilton wouldn't be around. Then everybody wouldn't be singing it 24/7.
So,
Then-
yeah.
yeah.
Okay,
I'm not a
do you
fan.
hate it?
Not a fan.
Or do you hate the actual music?
I know.
or do
I
you-
listened to the music. I thought I would like it.
Yeah.
I know. Again, wildly unpopular. I just.
Yeah.
I'm not. I think I'm not a musical person. I'm not sure what it is, but I
It's very
hate.
odd, as
I
a man who
hate
plays
his
music.
music.
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't listened to much of it. I just know that it is really in the zeitgeist. Like everyone's like, "Oh, Hamilton. Oh, the what are you? You're rubbing the screen. You're pointing to the screen.
Just touching the screen.
Okay. But yeah, I'm kind of ready for the backlash because Hamilton can do no wrong.
Right, exactly.
Hamilton is the
Yeah.
ultimate show right now. It'll be, on tour forever.
He was a president that owned slaves. Kind of weird.
Yeah. Well, see, but I can't comment to like the actual show or the music because I haven't really sat down and listened to the soundtrack. I remember one of the podcasts I listened to, "How Was Your Week" with Julie Klausner. She all of a sudden started talking about the Hamilton soundtrack and how amazing it was and everything. And I was like, oh, okay, I guess that's a thing. She's in New York. She's in the thick of the theater community there.
But everybody says that now.
Yes, yeah. And so now it's just like this glut of, oh, well, Hamilton this and Lin-Manuel, whatever his name is hosting Saturday Night Live and he's doing all these other things.
So big.
He's getting,
Become a giant.
yeah.
You're a fan, I'm assuming.
No, not really.
Really?
He's okay.
You could. This is a safe space, Bun. If you like him, you can. I'll stick up for you.
Just as somebody with
can't.
musical theater background, I'm surprised.
Well, so I do musical theater because that's just what I started with.
Yeah.
Because I have a voice. That's the only reason why. I actually don't know much about musical theater at all.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
okay.
But I do have Hamilton. It's a good soundtrack. I guess.
I want to listen to it. I want to I'm probably never going to see the show at this rate
Yeah.
unless they do like a touring thing, which is
they're
inevitable.
They're trying to plan one out right
yeah.
now.
Like it took me years to see Book of Mormon. That was I love that.
I
you
want
know.
to see that.
I
so
still
bad.
want to see that.
It when they came to Pope Joy, I was able to see it, and it was really, really good. But for a while, that show was Book of Mormon. It was like everyone was talking about Book of
Right,
Mormon. It was
right.
sweeping the Tonys,
Yeah.
and then not to take all that away from it, but then Hamilton kind of became the it show.
Yeah.
And so I am curious just because I do like, I like going out and seeing live theater and that sort of thing. So,
The one that I'm disappointed in not seeing is Spider-Man in the Dark.
because that's
'Cause that's
gone
just
forever,
gone, because
right?
so many people got hurt and
Yeah,
destroyed.
didn't he keep falling?
Yeah, people get
Yeah.
hurt. They had to replace their lead,
Spider-Man
9
got
times.
hurt.
Yeah.
So good.
Everyone, even like the villains got hurt. Everyone got hurt on
That's
that freaking thing.
amazing.
So there was no way. There was like every show and iteration they had of it was a fucking
Weren't
disaster.
there productions where at some point some of the audience was like in danger
Yeah,
of like
yeah.
something
It's
falling
like
on
if they
them?
moved like an inch to their right, they would get hit by like a freaking like just a wall.
That's
just
so
falling
crazy
down. Yeah.
considering that statistic I told you the other day about Cirque du Soleil.
Yeah.
I'm a huge fan
Yeah.
of Cirque du Soleil. They've only had like 2 deaths in their like 30, 40 year, however long they've been around.
Right. And how
That's
many
crazy.
like nightly shows do they do across the world?
A
like
lot.
Yeah.
Oh gosh.
So
And like the stuff they do has got to be like 100 times more
Right.
difficult and crazy than Spider-Man.
and this is one Broadway show that didn't even technically get off the ground.
It kept burning so much. There were so many preview shows and so many like they almost got sued into they got sued pretty much into oblivion.
That's so
Wow.
funny
And they just
to
never
me.
took out the show. And that's one show I wish I could see. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, that
I
would've
wish
been
I could have
cool.
seen that.
That would've
Yeah,
been fun.
it's like one of those spin-off shows where, like, fuck. I hope they do like a Superman one or something like that, or Captain America. I just want to see a disaster like that again, or it pulled off well. I don't want Marvel everywhere though. I don't want superheroes everywhere.
Yeah, they're in the they're in the movies.
Yeah.
We can have that. They don't need
That's
to be
enough.
on Broadway.
That's
Yeah.
enough.
Everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't do that. I can't. I love comics, but if I have to see them everywhere, I might shoot myself. Like, I need
Yeah.
a release. If I go to the fucking wilderness and I hear like someone filming some fucking Avenger movie again or some shit like that, I'll be like, that's it, I'm done. I'm just
No,
fucking
that's
done.
not what would
I'm
happen.
going into
You
a
would
cave.
be like so excited to be on the set of Avengers 3. Or
Oh my God,
whatever.
it's Chris
I'd actually-
Evans.
No, I'd actually be worried because I'd be like, shit, did I just lose my camping space? Because I'm fucked for this next weekend. And I do not have the time to go back right
You
now.
could just
and rent
pretend
a
you're an
hotel.
extra. I hear it happens.
I mean, yeah,
walk
it
in.
does.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just
Well,
be like,
we're-
well, I'm already here. Do you guys want to hire me?
We're filming Avengers 11 over here and Star Wars 19 over here. So
Just go to the
you can't
background
go to
tent.
this forest for a while. We're bringing the Ewoks
It's,
back.
you will know. You will definitely know when they're filming because they clear that shit out and they have like a billion PAs. Like, and it's hilarious. Like
Checking
being one of
their
those PAs
phones.
and you have someone like walking around the grounds as a film is being made. You're just like, you can't. Can you not go in this direction? They're like, but it's a park. It's like we have it rented out though. I really would like not.
We
to
have
get
part of
security
the
involved.
Earth rented out,
Yeah.
and you can't be walking.
This
in
nature is not yours for a while, just for today. Yeah, it's like, but we have a day pass. I'm like, I know, but go to another one. Like,
Is that what would happen?
yeah, that's what would happen. Well, they closed down the park for that day.
Yeah, right. That makes
Yeah.
more sense. So I saw a couple of movies because you do that when you're on vacation.
Yeah.
Plane Flight. I saw Anomalisa. Have you
Ah.
heard of this? I think it won.
it. That's the Charlie Kaufman one,
Yeah,
right? Where it's
yeah.
like, is it stop motion or marionettes? Or it's
Stop motion.
Okay.
Out of Starburn Studios, which is owned by Dino Stamatopoulos, Dan Harmon, a couple other people. I didn't understand it.
I've heard that about. I want to see it because I'm very interested in Charlie Kaufman
I
stuff.
think it got an Emmy. I think it got Emmys for music. Sorry,
Emmy is for television.
Emmys for television. Okay, so
They
now-
probably got an Oscar.
An Oscar, yeah. I think it got an Oscar. It was.
How are we on time? Not to.
Yeah, we got.
I think
We're
we're
probably
about an hour
about
and
an
7.
hour. Right
Okay.
now. Yeah. I saw Seven Psychopaths. Have you heard of
Oh,
this?
I've heard of it. Yeah.
So many amazing actors. It was really good.
Mhm.
I really enjoyed that one. And then The Handmaiden, not to be mistaken with
Handmaid's Tale, the TV
Handmaiden. Have you
series
heard of
that
The
I
Handmaiden,
cannot
though?
get into.
South Korean film.
Hmm.
Has a bunch of accolades. It was Erika Ishii of Cineverse and Geek and Sundry fame. It was her favorite movie of 2016, and it is now turned into one of my favorites of 2016. It is amazing. It is like a Victorian.
I'm pulling it up right now. Very curious.
Yeah. What's the score? 8.1 on IMDb.
Yeah.
84 Metascore.
It's a book that was set in I think Victorian England, but it was picked up by a South Korean director who did Thirst, which is one of my favorite vampire films, and he did Old Boy, probably his most popular film.
Oh, good God. Yeah.
Yeah, watch all of his films.
Yeah.
He is a genius. I
He is
love
amazing.
his films.
Yeah.
And The Handmaiden is his most recent one, and
Okay.
it's crazy. It's 3 parts, and it literally says part 1, part
Yeah.
2, part 3, and it's like twist after twist after
It
twist.
just does not end.
And
Yeah.
it doesn't end. It was pretty. It's 2 hours and 45 minutes.
Yeah.
So
That's
good
the way
though.
it should be, but it's like an adventure you want to take.
Right. But I loved it. Yeah, please watch this. South Korean films are the best.
They
I
are
love
amazing.
South-
I
they
love
have
South
really good
Korean films.
thrillers and-
They have the best like psychological dramas ever.
Yes,
to
yeah, they're
ever
psych,
exist.
and I'm like that might be my favorite genre, like psych thrillers,
Oh,
and they just kill it on that front.
there's one called like The Three Extremes you have to check out.
Three Extremes.
Yeah,
What's that
and
about?
It has 3 different directors and 3 short films that just make a crazy trilogy.
Okay, I want to watch that then.
It's really fun.
let's
And
do
it's
it.
super fucked up.
And then I need to see Wonder Woman and Alien Covenant. I haven't seen it yet. Oh, I was gonna ask you
Is
guys.
Wonder
you
Woman out already?
It
Yep.
came out last night.
Oh shit!
You guys want
okay.
to go see Wonder Woman on Sunday afternoon?
Yeah, I'm down.
Because I think I'm doing like 1 o'clock or something. So yeah, let's go watch that.
All right.
Yeah.
Cool.
Wonder Woman.
And then I'm probably gonna watch Alien Covenant next week or weekend if you guys want to go watch that too.
There
That's a
you go.
maybe.
No.
Okay.
I don't know if I'm going to be interested in that one.
Other things in weird news. Apparently, Anara never talked to River. It was a meme that came out recently. If you're a Firefly fan,
They never had a scene together. you mean?
apparently they never talked to each other, which
Really?
is crazy to think about. I
just-
can't
Okay,
verify this,
well,
but I heard it. But Anara barely talks anyways.
Right.
I'm sorry, River barely talks. Yeah.
So yeah, I guess that kind of makes sense. That I'm sure Nara has said things about River because
Sure.
River was like the focus of many episodes.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
That's
funny.
funny.
I mean, there was
That's
only
funny.
8
That's-
episodes or something.
Right.
So, yeah.
That's funny. Just like rewatch and be like, they're in the same room together. Are they talking?
they don't talk. Nope.
Also,
No.
apparently
Not gonna
there was
happen.
I don't want to turn this into a movie channel. I just love film. Apparently, Freddie Prinze Jr. has never seen Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
Really?
That's his wife.
He doesn't need to watch it. He's got the home
But
version.
it's Sarah Michelle Gellar, right?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
apparently, though, she recently like made him like watch a couple episodes, and so he watched the sing along one and then
Okay.
some other one, and his response, like everybody was like, "What the fuck?" Like,
Yeah,
never
you married
his,
this woman.
His response is apparently like, "No, I married her because I love her, not Buffy."
yeah,
And so I was like,
fair
"That's
enough.
okay."
That's a good
Yeah.
response.
God damn
Yeah.
it! You know he
Yeah.
writes for WWE.
Does he really? Freddie
That's
Prinze
like
Jr.
he like
That's
his
awesome.
like his love is WWE. So he
That's
now,
funny.
now writes for
That's
them.
cool.
I would totally. That would be on my list, like of things to do for like a year. I'd love to do that, or just like one episode.
I've never. I know they do live things like that, right? Like
Yeah.
there's one out here.
They do have one out here. I
I've
don't know what it
never
is.
like. I don't know that world at all though. I skipped. I
Like
skipped
local
over.
wrestling?
No, that
Or-
or WWE. Like I know it's fake. I know they like sometimes they have razors and they like cut their own.
Sure,
heads
sure. All
and,
the
like,
tricks and everything.
Yeah.
They know who will win at the beginning. It's
Yeah.
like an improv game to figure
Yeah,
out.
it's,
Yeah.
but it's scripted, right?
Right, in a way. The first, because I used to go, my friends Kyle and Gemma are really into local. Well, Kyle's really into local wrestling, and he's started to referee some of the performances.
Yeah.
But it's called the DWO, the Destiny Wrestling Organization, and they stopped for a while, but I think they're back doing semi-regular shows. But it's super interesting just because it's a lower level than because I grew up watching WWF and all that stuff. I had the action figures and everything, and
Before I
it's
turned to the World Wildlife Foundation.
exactly yeah. They got the logo first, and so I knew that going in, and then you just see like a DIY local version of it, and they're super passionate. They are breaking like the first thing I saw. The main event was a ladder match where the belt is hung from a light, and in the match there's a ladder off to the side. You have to beat your opponent into submission, grab a ladder,
it up
climb up
there.
the ladder, and
Yeah.
get the belt, and you win.
Oh, okay.
So,
This was live.
well, yeah, this was at the
Some good
the,
memories.
the
are just
armory
flashed through my
on
brain.
Wyoming and Lomas.
Okay.
And it's just like a gymnasium. And so one of the final moves is the opponent or one of the guys sets up a table, and it's supported on one end by the mat, the ring, and then the barricade, and it's just like suspended between those 2 points. One guy body slams or throws his opponent on that table, breaks the table in two, and the guy does not get up.
Holy crap.
We find out later that guy that did not get up was supposed to win the match. So the
So
guy
they
that threw him,
improvised what happened.
they kind of maybe they know beats of what's going to happen. because it has to escalate. It has to be interesting.
Kyle's not getting up. What do we do?
Exactly.
Fuck.
And so the guy is like, and he's he was like the heel, I think, so the bad guy, and he was like, "What do I do? I guess I get the and he like took his time setting up the ladder, making sure it was, it
nice
wouldn't
and steady.
fall on him and anything. He's
like, now I'm actually worried.
angling it under the under the belt to make sure. He looks over like he's still down.
He's still down.
He's just
Still
like slowly
just
climbing,
trying.
taking his time, and he gets the belt and he wins, and that's the end of it. And like everybody in the crowd knew
that was
it wasn't about because that. Yeah, like
'Cause the
he
people
was
who go
not
there-
moving.
Yeah.
Like he was, and then like after, and that was it. That was like, thanks for coming, everybody. Good night. Oh my,
Yeah,
God.
call 911.
They run
right.
over to the guy. He's conscious, but he is not moving. And he eventually, I saw him fight months and months later.
Okay.
Okay.
He was not paralyzed. He did not die.
So his,
But-
his like spine was bruised or something.
something like that, and he was there, and probably they're like, "Don't move." Even if he could move, they're probably like, "Don't move."
Please don't. Yeah, when your
Wait
nerves not in
till
the right place,
a
please
paramedic
don't.
comes.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's the kind of stuff that was the first thing I saw. Like that was the
Jesus
first,
Christ, you're like, holy crap.
and
Yeah,
it's
that's a running moment.
and it's really interesting just to go. We should go just to see it
Yeah.
because it's like
I would
right
like to
in
check
your
it out.
face.
I
Yeah.
wonder if we could commentate our first time watching it, and they would give us an experience of us trying to do that.
See,
Yeah, right.
they don't. They have like referees and stuff, but they don't have like during the match. Like, oh, it was the scissor kick to the jugular
They don't have
vein.
that Joe
They don't have
Rogan's
that.
or
Yeah, they're
anything.
not. Yeah. I mean, they might at this point. I haven't been in probably years. But yeah, it happens. It is a thing. Maybe we should check out sometime.
Hyper RPG has a new show with hosted by Cameron Rice, Ify Nwadaway, and this other girl whose name I don't know. But it's about wrestling, and it's supposed to be kind of a way too for people that don't know anything about that world to get into it.
Mm-hmm.
So I want to start watching that because I was the kid that made fun of it.
Mm-hmm.
I had no time for it.
My
Right.
friends loved it way too much that there was no way I would not like at some point have to watch it.
Uh-huh.
Like
And do you like it?
I have no interest in it.
Oh, you don't?
Yeah,
Yeah.
like I as a kid, I thought it was kind of cool, and then I found out, oh, it's fake, and then it makes more sense. Like, yeah, of course it's fake. That's
Yeah.
that shit is
This is
ridiculous.
like, yeah.
If
there
that was
broken glass
real,
everywhere. They're getting hit with ladders.
if that was real, I would feel sorry for those people. But yeah.
it would be like the Hunger Games. Like it
right.
sure would be.
and like with like drawn out shitty monologues.
yeah,
Like,
which is fantastic. I think the monologues are my favorite part.
at a Subway restaurant, and you're never gonna live it up, and I'm gonna beat you over the head with this table. And
You say
well, my name isn't Trunk
that
Wrench
my
McGee.
family is the one who put you here, but you're the one who put yourself here, and I'm about to take you down for.
And it just goes on for like 5 million.
I'm the guy on the ground that's not moving or talking.
and you fell
That's
asleep
my
probably.
yeah, that's my
Dylan, your line.
What?
He's bleeding out of his mouth. He'll be okay.
He's all right. He's all right.
that's my
yeah.
participation in this improv.
You're the referee going. Any moment now, just
I can't
Any
believe they
moment
don't
now.
like stop the show and call 911.
There was like, and I would like openly make fun of it because some of it was just like terrible.
Sure, Yeah. sure.
There was like one referee who would lose his glasses and he would be like pawing on the ground trying to find it. Meanwhile, the wrestlers
The
would like
most
do a
illegal
legal shit
moves, yeah.
behind him, and he's like, "Come, like every fucking time, like get contacts." Like,
come on, you know better now. You know
I
better.
can't find my glove.
Damn it, Tommy! Again? What are you kidding me? I would love that. I would just be like, that's the best bit to have though.
Yeah, that sounds
Like-
like a sketch, honestly.
Yeah, that's like the best part of the show for me. Is like
And then he
Ooh,
grabs
what are they
the
gonna do?
glasses and then like wipe them down. It's like, look,
it's like Looney Tunes. Like that's a Looney Tune moment that I
Exactly.
totally miss. I love that so much. Oh,
So live wrestling, we should do something with that. I don't know.
Yeah.
So watch it.
Let's
Probably
go
watch,
watch
it.
it.
yeah, and then report back and see how the
Oh,
scene is
boy.
here.
Yeah,
Yeah, because I have no idea what the scene is like at all. I think you are the only one who knows the scene.
And I barely know it. So yeah, I mean, I get invited to them all the time. So the next time it pops up on my feed,
I also got a Facebook invite for roller derby, which I don't know, but you know a little bit about.
yeah, I
that,
went
right?
last time. Matt and his wife are heavily involved in local roller derby, and it was at the Manuel Lujan building at the State Fairgrounds, and it was very interesting.
You had a good time?
Yeah, it was super fun, and it's just like the wrestling thing. You get into it, you're rooting, you eventually learn the rules of it, and you're like, oh, that was bullshit, get out of there, and it just
I just
How does
love
the
how
ref
many.
work? If they're all
there are rules.
You just can't hit
Is there a
like
ref?
directly to the eye.
Yeah, they're definitely refs because
is there a ref that just stands in the center and then just like turns around? And
yeah,
does this?
there's a few positioned here and there, so you get all
okay, okay.
angles.
Yeah, there's always just a few. So it's like
But
It's Jessica.
Jessica.
we have an audience member now.
Yeah. Laugh when we tell you when the sign blinks.
Yeah, when the sign blinks.
We just got done talking about you getting stuck in the doorway in the subway, and that was my favorite part of the trip.
It happened to me too.
Yeah. She said I'm an
Well,
asshole. Yeah.
it's been a great time talking to y'all.
Gonna enjoy it. Yeah.
Looks like we got to wrap things up.
Down to run.
Yeah, that sounds it's about right. We'll get back to you guys on let's see, we're gonna go watch Wonder Woman, so we'll probably talk about that next
Yeah.
time.
Yeah,
And then
yeah.
maybe we'll go watch a wrestling match.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See how that goes.
Yeah,
We'll do
let's-
some more live stuff and like report back.
Yeah.
I think we do a lot of live content, so maybe we should switch off and do some pre-recorded stuff. We
can try that.
Do some different.
We dabbled in it last week.
It's true. It's true.
Yeah, it all looked like high quality
It was the highest of quality.
high quality portrait style.
Yeah. That's going in the Smithsonian.
I was like, should I turn? No, leave it like this.
Yeah,
Yeah.
whatever.
this makes a lot more sense.
Most people are watching things on their phone anyways.
Yeah.
But landscape gets more. You
Yeah.
want to see the
I
ceiling
mean,
and the floor.
yeah, it's true. It's true. No one wants to stare at like my feet. Like
You know what they do want to stare at? You've had something in between your teeth this whole time.
I hate you.
Wow.
Fucking hate you.
And we're off.
I'm the only one who hasn't called him an asshole yet.
So that was
I'm just
episode
hiding myself now.
episode 5 of the
Circuit
Color
Board.
Circuit Board podcast. Let's see. Smile for the camera. It's right in there somewhere.
Can't. I don't know.
Thank you for tuning in, and let's see. Share, like, subscribe.
All the verbs.
Follow all the verbs. That should
All
be
the
our-
verbs.
that
Yeah.
should- I noticed you kind of
use
added it as a
hashtags
catchphrase.
like
yeah.
Kendra said it has been saying it a few times. Like that's a good little all the verbs.
All the verbs. That's us. Yeah.
Yeah.
Although out of context, people have
That
no
can mean a
clue
lot
what
of
it
things.
means.
That can mean a lot of
things. Yeah.
all
There's
the
a
verbs.
lot of verbs.
All right.
Yeah, yeah,
Let's
yeah.
get started.
My favorite is Co-optitude says they say share, like, subscribe, shalike-ascribe.
Yeah.
I
That's a
think
good one.
Ryan Day made that one up.
That's
so,
a good
yeah,
one.
That
That's
was
good.
fun.
Shalike-ascribe.
Shalike-ascribe. But we need follow also. 'cause
Yeah.
Not everybody's gonna.
She'll like us follow.
Follow
subscribe.
Shalika follow. Shafala scribe.
Shafala-ascribe.
Shalika follow scribe.
Shalike-follow-ascribe.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.